This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we have seen how to download and install Java and how to develop a Java application. Today, let us move to the next part, like let us understand about IDEs. So the meaning of IDE is, IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. IDE stands for what? Integrated Development Environment. And the main use of going with IDE is, IDEs are used to develop applications very easily and rapidly. So when we are having IDEs, we can develop the applications easily and rapidly. And the popular Java IDEs, are like, the most popular and widely used is Eclipse. Nowadays, we are using one more, Spring Tool Suite. Shortcut we say STS. It's mainly for Spring applications. Then we are having this IntelliJ, JDeveloper, JBuilder, MyEclipse, like this. So these are some of the IDEs related to Java. Now in our course, we will be going with this Eclipse, and once we start with Spring Framework, we will make use of even Spring Tool Suite. And IntelliJ, try to work out from your end. It's very simple. Once we know one IDE like Eclipse, understanding other IDEs will be very, very simple to us. So from your end, try to work out on IntelliJ. Okay, it's very simple to learn. In our course, I'm going to make use of total Eclipse, and once I start up with the Spring Framework, we'll be making use of Spring Tool Suite. Right? Now, let us see how to go with this Eclipse IDE. How to go with Eclipse IDE. Download Eclipse IDE. So in order to download, just open search engine like Google, and you can say Eclipse IDE download. Just search for what? Eclipse IDE download. Let me show this. Open search engine like Google and search here for Eclipse IDE download. The first link what it is showing, eclipse.org downloads. Open this link. Now here you can find this Eclipse IDE. You can find the download button. Just we need to click on this download button. Click on this download button. It will take you to the respective operating system automatically. And here we need to click once again on this download button, which is going to download an installer, Eclipse installer JRE Win64 exe. So when you click on this, it's going to download the installer. See here, once I click on this, see here, it's downloading the installer for us, exe file. Let me just cancel. Already I've done this part. Once the download is complete, so in our case, it has been downloaded into downloads folder. It has been downloaded into downloads folder. I'm not finding that. Let us download. It's not present here. Right. Let me show the installation also. Once the file is downloaded, we need to run this application. I think I might have deleted this exe file. So once the download is complete, we need to run the application. Just if you click on this downloaded file, it is going to run the application. Simple installation. So here, once the download is complete, just click on this downloaded file. So then it's going to open the Eclipse installer. So by using this installer, we can install Eclipse IDE for Java developers, enterprise Java web developers, C, C++, PHP developers like this. So in this one, we have to choose the second one. Understand carefully. We have to go with the second one, Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. Don't go with this Java developers. So if I go with the Java developers, we can develop only standalone applications. But we want to go with the standalone enterprise web applications. All type of applications we want to develop. So go with the second one. Choose the second one. So once we choose this second one, then it will ask you where your Java is located. So you can choose the Java version here. So C drive program files Java JDK 23, right? We are having JDK 23. In last class, we have installed this latest version 23. Then it will ask you where you want to install Eclipse. So it will go with some path here. So whichever the path you want to install, it's up to you. And it's going to create a start menu entry and a desktop shortcut. Our work is just to click on this install button. Just we have to click on this install button. Then it's going to start installing. So the green bar will be moving on till the installation is completed. Okay. Let me just cancel this. Already I've done this. So once the green bar is totally completed, once the installation is completed, just to close the window and you can find a shortcut on your desktop. Can find what? A shortcut on your desktop. So we need to just open this application, run this application, double click on this icon, which is going to open Eclipse IDE for us. Now here we have to choose a directory as a workspace. Select a directory as workspace. So here in our case, let us work in C drive program files. C drive, sorry, not program file, C drive 2024, the current year. Java Online 11. Java Online 11 is our batch number. And in this, let us create a folder, Java programs. Now in this folder, we are going to create all our projects. We are going to create all our Java source code files. Now select this folder. So we are going to work in C drive 2024 Java Online 11 Java programs. Any folder, it's up to you. Whichever the folder you want to work, it's up to you. That folder only we call workspace here. Now say launch. So which is going to open Eclipse IDE for us, and it shows the welcome screen. You can close this welcome screen. Here you can find the project explorer. So here we can create our projects. You can see the project names, the source code file names, and here we can see the source codes. Whatever the source code we want to type, in this area we have to type our source code. Now, so you can make use of this URL to download Eclipse. Now, so what is our batch number? Java Online 11. Java Online 11 in 2024 year. Okay. So do we need to remember this batch number? Means optional to remember. So the need of batch number is only for recordings purpose. It's only for recordings. So whatever the recordings I'm sending every day after the class, please download it onto your local machine immediately. Please download it onto your local machine. So in future, if you lost your recordings, if you want to get your own recordings, just if you mention batch number, it will be easy for me to to send your recordings. Even if you forget, no worries. By using your email ID, I can get your batch number and I can send the recordings. So this is only for recordings purpose, nothing else. Even though we have installed Eclipse, even though we have downloaded and installed Eclipse, sometimes your Eclipse may not work properly. It may not install Eclipse properly. It may not install Eclipse properly to us. Then there is another alternate way to get Eclipse. The alternate way to get Eclipse is, once we open this page, eclipse.org downloads, instead of going with this download button, we need to click on what? Download packages. So when to think of packages? If installer is not working properly. If installer is not working properly, then we have to go with this packages. So here, click on this download packages. Then it is going to suggest you try the Eclipse installer, and you can find this Eclipse installer for different operating systems here. Yeah, yes. Can you repeat?
JDK 23.
Yeah, JDK is required before we install Eclipse. Clear, Saikam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have to install JDK first. We have done yesterday, no? So we should install Java first before we use Eclipse. So without having Java, we cannot install Eclipse, because while installing Eclipse, it is asking you to choose Java version, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
I mean, I'm asking my cousin here.
Okay. Yeah, I can mute. Right. Now see, it is asking to go with installer, Eclipse installer, and you can find for different operating systems here. Okay. So based on your operating system, you can download and install. Since installer is not working properly, we are going with what? Packages. And which one we have to choose? Which package we have to choose? This one. Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. And here you can choose for your respective operating system. So when you go with packages, no installation. Only download and extract it. Only we have to download and extract. Here you won't have any installation part. So for example, if you go with this Windows x86-64, if I click here, so when you click on this download button, it's going to download, see what file? Eclipse JEE, it's a zip file. It's going to download a zip file. And once we download the zip file, in our case, it has been downloaded into downloads folder. This is the one which has been downloaded for us. This is the file which has been downloaded, Eclipse JEE Win32x8664. It's a zip file. Once you extract it, once you extract to a folder, right click and say WinRAR extract to a folder. Once you extract to a folder, you can see the folder Eclipse JEE. In this folder, you can find Eclipse folder. In this, you can find our Eclipse application. This we have to make it as shortcut on desktop. Right click and say show more options, send it to desktop as a shortcut. So when to think of packages, if installer is not working, then only we think of what? Packages. So when you download package, it's going to download the file. Once you download, we have to just extract it, and in that you can find our Eclipse application, that you make it as shortcut. Right? Clear up to here, all of you? The installation part? Any questions? No. Let us see now how to develop a Java application in Eclipse IDE. Developing a Java application in Eclipse IDE. So the first step is create a Java project. We have to create what? A Java project. How to create a project is in Eclipse. Once you open this Eclipse, here you can see the menu. In menu, you can go to this file, new, and you can see project. File, new, project. Choose here Java project. Then click on next. It will ask you the project name. So it will ask you the project name. So I'm giving project name like my project. I'm giving some project name, my project. It's up to you. Whichever the project you want to give, you can give. And one more important point, uncheck this. Uncheck this, create model info. Very important, uncheck this. So if you just uncheck this, create model info, then click on this finish button. We are not worried about modules currently. So uncheck and click on finish button. Then say open perspective. That's it. The project will get created here, my project. So how to create a Java project? Click on file, new, project. In that choose Java project. Click next. Then it will ask you the project name. I'm giving it as my project. Then uncheck, create model info.java and click finish. That's it. Now this is going to create our project. Once you create project, the next step is we need to create a Java source code file in your project. So whenever you want to create a Java source code file in the project, we have to create a class here. Just we have to create a class. So the next step is create a class, something like hello world in Java project. In our case, my project. So create a class. So let us create a class now. So to create a class, right click. We have to right click on my project and say new, and in the list you can see class. Right click on my project, new class. I'm going with the class name hello world. To run a Java program, which method is required inside class? Main method. So we have to make a check mark to this main method. We have to make a check mark to this what? Main method. Make a check mark to main method and click on finish button. So here it is going to create a class hello world with main method inside. Okay. See, some piece of code given by Eclipse only. In the case of Notepad, we should type every character, every word, but here some piece of code is given by Eclipse to us. So how to create a class? Right click on my project and say new class. It will ask you the name. We are giving it as hello world. Make check mark to main method and click finish. Now write the code inside this class. So we'll go with the message system.out.println hello world. See here, if you are not ending with semicolon, it is highlighting in red colors here. It's going to highlight the errors in red color lines. So when we are writing the code in Eclipse IDE, the errors are highlighted in red color lines here. For that line, we are getting a cross mark. See the error message? When you keep mouse pointer on this red color line, it's going to show the message syntax error, insert semicolon. So it is auto compile. While typing the code only, the code will get compiled over here. So keep semicolon to remove the error. So what is our next step? Type the following code in hello world.java. Type this piece of code. Now, once we type the code, the next step is run the application hello world.java. So no compilation, it is auto compile. So you can save the file save, Control S, then run the application. How to run the application is right click on this hello world.java and you can say run as Java application. Run as Java application. So once we click here, it's going to open the console tab. It's going to open the console tab, and in this console you can see the result hello world. So this console is our output screen. This is the user screen. So what user can see, that is our console screen or user screen, the output screen. So we are getting see the result hello world. So one more way of running is in the menu. In the menu you can see run option, run. The keyboard shortcut Control F11. Even if you click here, it's going to run our application. Okay, and one more way to run is in the shortcut toolbar. You can see this green color shaped symbol. Even if you click on this green color shaped symbol, it's going to run our application. So different ways of running. So to run the application, right click on hello world.java and say run as Java application, which opens console tab and displays hello world in console. Right? So this completes our first application in Eclipse IDE. Clear all of you? Any questions? So if you are totally new, please practice this, download, install and develop, create one project and create a Java source code file in the project. Right? Will we keep on using, nothing to worry. So you will automatically understand how to develop. It will become very simple as the days goes on. Right? So if you are facing some problem related to installation, please let me know so that we can rectify on your systems. Now, let us move to the next one, Eclipse IDE shortcuts. Let us see some of the shortcuts here. Like, let us suppose while creating the class, we missed out to make a check mark to main method. So main method will not come. Now we want main method. So how to go with main method is just we have to type main, and on your keyboard we have to press Control space Enter key. Control space Enter key. Combination Control, then space, then Enter key. Then we get main method including curly braces. Then, to go with system.out.println, just we should type sysout. Just to type what here, sysout, and on your keyboard we need to press Control space Enter key. Same. Control space Enter key. Then we get system.out.println. To go with a comment, like for example, to display hello world message onto the screen. So I want to comment this line. So just to say control slash will go with single line comment. If you want to comment multiple lines, then select the lines. We have to select the lines, and on your keyboard we have to press Control Shift slash. Control Shift slash will go with multi-line comment, that is slash star and end with again start slash. To increase the font size of your code, control equal to will increase the font size of your code. Control hyphen will decrease the font size of your source code. Right? Let me document. For public static void main string array args, the shortcut is type main and press control space and enter key. The next one, for system.out.println, the shortcut is type sysout and press control space and enter key. To run, the keyboard shortcut is control F11. To comment single line, that is // shortcut is control /. To comment multiple lines, that is /* and end with again // the shortcut is, first of all we have to select the lines and press control shift/. To increase font size, shortcut is control equal to decrease font size, the shortcut is control -. Pairing one more, to format the source code. To format our source code means, so a proper indentation. So we are having one good programming practice, indentation. The meaning of indentation is the tab space here. So this tab space indicates that this main method is a part of this hello world class. So this tab space, this space indicates that this system.out.println statement is a part of main method. So this only we call proper indentation. So if you are writing the code like this without any proper indentation, doesn't look good. Our source code doesn't look good. So to format our source code with proper indentations, the simple shortcut is Control Shift F. Control Shift F is going to do the proper formatting. So to format the source code, the shortcut is Control Shift F. Right? So these are some of the basic shortcuts. And as the days goes on, we will be learning some more new shortcuts. Depends on the topic. Clear? Any questions? No. So you can find shortcuts related to Mac OS. The way to develop is same, the application is same, and related to shortcuts, you can find the complete document here, a sheet, so where you can find shortcuts related to Mac OS. So this completes our Eclipse part, and we will be keep on using Eclipse till end of our course. Now, coming to the next one, Java basics. So in this basics, we will be learning the basic terminology of programming, like the meaning of comments, keywords, variables, data types, operators, then very important one, scanner class. It's mainly used to read input from user. To accept user input, we use scanner class. Then we go with the control statements like if statement, switch statement, while loop, do while loop, for loop, like that. So this, in this basics, we'll be learning more of programming, and in this basics part, we'll increase our programming and logical skills. And once I complete scanner class, I'll be giving assignments to you, which you need to do and submit it back. Okay, all right. Now, so let us start off with the first term, comments. So whenever we are writing the programs, whenever we are writing these programs, we should elaborate about our program, like what is the purpose of the program, on which date you are writing, who is writing, like more elaboration about your program in your own words. That we call documentation. So in order to document our program, we make use of comments. So you can say comments are used to document a program and ignored by the compiler. So whenever I say compiler, the programming language. So compiler will not see what you are writing inside the comments. And we are in two types of comments. / is for single line comment and / end with again / this is for multi-line comment. Like example, you can say / to find area of a circle. This is for single line comment. For a multi-line, you can say / to add a product into the cart. This is for multi-line comment. So whatever we write in comments, it is ignored by the compiler. It's our own words to elaborate more about our program. The next term is keyword. So whenever you take a programming language, any programming language, there will be some predefined words where your language will understand. Those words we call them as keywords. So you can say a keyword is a reserved word or predefined word whose meaning is known to the compiler directly. So compiler will understand these words automatically. Then in Java, all keywords are small case letters. How to remember the case sensitivity of keywords? All keywords are small case letters. Like examples, the examples of keywords are like class is a keyword, public is a keyword, static, void, main, if, else, switch, do, for, break, continue, try, catch, finally, like this. Okay. There are so many keywords. As the days goes on, we'll be learning almost all the keywords. Now, in this list of keywords, there is a word which is not a keyword. In this list of keywords, there is a word which is not a keyword. Don't say etc. Don't say etc. Other than this etc, there is one word which is not a keyword for us. Can you identify that word?
Public.
No. Not public.
Switch.
No. That word already I discussed.
Finally.
No. The word which already I discussed. Already that word is discussed. Main. Main, what is it? Main method, right?
Method, yeah.
So we use it to call main method. It's not a keyword, so it's a method. So we end with the parenthesis like this. So it is a method here. Main is a method, not a keyword. Okay. All right. Now the next term is variable. The next term is what? Variable. So what is this variable is like? So whenever we want to store some data, we require some memory space. So for example, if I want to store something like item number, so we require some memory space to hold this item number value. So if I want to store something like item name, we require the memory space to store item name value. If I want to store something like price, so we require some memory space to hold this price value. So the names what we are giving to this memory space, these names only we call them as what? Variables. These names only we call variables. So how to define a variable is like, a variable is an identifier which allocates some memory space, to hold the data. In order to hold the data, we require some memory space. And the name what we give to that memory space, that we call it as variable. Now, here when we are giving the name to the variable, so when you are giving the name to the identifiers, we have to follow some rules here. Rules for identifiers. Rules for identifiers. So when we say identifier, it can be your variable name, or it can be your method name, or it can be your class name. So when we are giving the name to the variable or method or class, we have to follow some rules. The rules are like, can contain capital A to Z, small a to Z, the digits 0 to 9, underscore and dollar. Only these two special symbols are allowed in Java for variable name or method name or class name. Cannot start with a digit. We cannot start a variable name with a digit. Then cannot be a keyword. It cannot be what? Keyword. Now, like examples, valid identifiers. The valid names are like, you can say employee name, student roll number, customer address, 1 to 3, dollar employee salary, like this. The invalid, these are important. Invalid identifiers as a beginner. Invalid identifiers like product name. Why this is invalid?
It has a space.
Space, very good. So spaces are not allowed. Space is not allowed. So as a beginner, many people will do the mistake. They go with spaces in the variable names. Space is not allowed. Then 1 to 3 roll number. Why this is invalid?
It starts with a digit.
Start with a digit. Cannot start with a digit. Then student name star. Why this is invalid?
It can't have a star.
Yeah, star is not allowed. So only two special symbols are allowed, that is underscore and dollar only. Then continue. Why this is invalid?
It's a keyword.
Very good. So cannot be a keyword, right? It cannot be what? Keyword here, right? No. So many people will do this type of mistake. They go with space in variable name or method name or class name. So spaces are not allowed in our identifiers, right? So that's about for today. And before I close, in the next class, we'll be going with the data types and we'll see how to declare variable and we'll see about typecasting. That we'll do in the next class. And before I close for today, one small note, that is no class tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. No class tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that is 31st October and 1st November at 7 a.m. IST. So on account of this, Diwali. And next class will be on Monday. Will be on what? Monday. That is 4th November at 7 a.m. IST. And so for US or Canada, it is Sunday evening. Yeah. Yes, Omar?
I think there is a daylight saving here in Canada. So
Yeah, you need to follow this time only.
So-
IST timing only.
we need to follow only the IST, right? Okay.
Yeah, my timing, IST timing only you should follow. You have to check on your in Google, like what will be the time at 7 a.m. IST in your case.
Okay.
Okay. So once the daylight timing saving time starts, just check it in your Google. What is the time related to the 7 a.m. IST? Then you can continue with the time. Right?